All right, we are ready. What is up? We're gonna do a quick but deliberately, exhaustive review of one of the coolest looking peppers that exists. This is the infamous, the notorious, the world champion Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion Pepper. Uh, for those that have followed the chili community over the past, I don't know, 10, 15 years, you should know that, this is a well known variety. This is obviously, as the name states, a cross between a scorpion pepper and a ghost pepper. And it gets the name Jay's Peach Ghost, from a Mennonite farmer up in Pennsylvania who crossed uh, the scorpion and the ghost pepper together. Um, I think if you go and look, there was a video on YouTube with an interview with him from some guy who decided to like bother him at his farm, and basically he said it was an accident, um, and that he like was out in the field one day and saw amongst his ghost pepper plants there was a bunch of ones that looked like this that didn't look like normal ghost peppers, and it was not far from the scorpion pepper plant like area. So he's also kind of an avid chili head. He likes hot peppers too, so that's why he had these kind of hotter varieties, which would probably not normally be grown in a Mennonite community. Um, but there you have it. This is the Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. Not all of them are this color. Some of them can be paler, almost like pinkish. This one just happens to have this kind of like lightish orange kind of look to it. Depending on what color peach you're looking at. Very beautiful pepper, huge pod. I mean, good size. It's pretty massive. The last time I reviewed this was about 3 years ago, and all I could taste at that time was floral and heat. But it could have also just been that my tolerance wasn't really that great at the time. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna give it a second try, and we're gonna see what we think about it this time. I have a feeling I'm gonna get more out of it this time than I did then, but maybe not. The other thing is I grew this in my backyard here out on the deck. Because of that, I knew that it had ripened fully on the plant before I pulled it off, so it's going to have a little bit more sugar. It's going to have some more fruit notes to it. It's a little bit more developed. A lot of times, and for good reason, um, growers, if they're sending you a mixed box of peppers, will send them slightly underripe so that by the time they get to you, they finish ripening and they also won't get too soft, right? If you were to send them fully ripe after a few days in the mail, by the time it gets to you, it's going to be soft and it's not going to be as good, and it could possibly rot and be a food safety issue. So that's why they do that. Same thing with tomatoes. In a grocery store, they're not going to be as sweet and have as much flavor as if you grew them yourself because um, they actually pick them when they're green, right when they start to blush, is what it's called. Barely get a little tinge of red to them. That's when they pick them. They'll load them up in trucks and then pump them full of ethylene gas inside the truck to basically ripen them faster. And because of that, they're not ever going to be as sweet as if they stayed on the vine. So now you know why homegrown stuff is better, to keep it simple. So if anybody is in the chat, say what's up before I cut this thing open. We'll take a look, but otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So let's see. We're going to get the trusty knife here. We're going to cut this bad boy open. We'll take a look at it, and then we'll pick a half, as we always do. Ooh, all right. Just cutting it, I got that smell, that heat smell that you get. Um, I mean, yeah, like I kind of get this with habaneros. It's kind of a habanero-y, floral, but some citrus just initially from the smell of it. All right, so this is the inside. As you can see, the placenta runs the full length of the pepper. Very, very thin walled, very thin walled. I mean, lots of pooling oil in here. I mean, this is not a game. This pepper means business. You know, it's funny. I just touched my elbow on the desk here. Earlier in the weekend, I was making another batch of hot sauce, and I had a cutting board and stuff out here on this desk, and at some point, some oil got here on the work surface. I'm pretty sure my elbow just touched it, and I could feel it through my skin. That's how hot this stuff gets. But um, yeah, I think we're gonna take a little half of this, see what we got. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing too unmanageable, but we'll give it a shot. Not a lot of seeds in this, which can be a plus if don't feel like digging a bunch of seeds out. Smell. I can smell some fruit, some sweetness behind where it's kind of florally. Um, Again, we'll give it a look. All right, this is Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. Second take, 3 years later. Here we go. Try and chew it up as much as possible. Sorry for the chewing sound because of the earpods. A lot of floral taste. That heat really ramped up after I swallowed. It's in the gums, throat. Tonsils. It's a lot of pod. That's how I remember. That's hot. This plant was stressed. It's been in a bed. It hasn't been watered in weeks. Very violent burn. Ugh. Ugh. It's really starting the gums, move back to the tongue, roof of the mouth, back of the throat, tonsils, by the ears. Uh, oh. Oh. It's one of the hotter pods I've eaten this year. It's not supposed to be. I mean, that's an 8. That's an 8. That's not supposed to be that hot. Woo. Oh. It's still. I'm still getting my bearings. It's still coming down. There's so much pod too. It's already hitting my chest, my stomach. I have a drink, but I'm not ready to touch it. Holy crap. I mean, there might have been a bit of a fruit taste at first, but as I chewed it, it's like chewing on a plant. That's what you mean by floral. Just very vegety, not like a vegetable, but vegetation. Already in my stomach. All right. I'm going to go deal with this off camera. The heat's subsiding in the stomach. It's already in the stomach. I mean, it's off the mouth. It's already in the stomach. I'm going to walk around for a bit. I'm signing off. Keep it spicy. Oh man. Whew.